I'm looking for all the baddies all over the world. Ladies, where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Way bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at?
Welcome to the Not So Secret Lives podcast. I'm your host, Chan.
And I'm your host, Karina.
And today we had a guest and she had a last minute thing come up and so she could not make it. And we are traumatized.
I know. And now we're like, what do we do with our hands?
Yeah, we're like, cool. We don't have anything to talk about.
So we're just going to go in the little...
Yeah, we're just going to download our lives.
Yeah.
We haven't
little
done that in a
recap.
minute.
No, we haven't. We haven't done a recap in a while. And then we do have a couple of topics we were wanting to touch on.
Well, yeah, we'll see if we get to them because I can't even fucking remember what they were. But I do.
You're in your phone.
No, but like I have so many. I can't remember which ones we were like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
It was one where
Okay, yeah. We've got some funny ones, that's for sure.
just our lives.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, just a little update. I am still not on dating apps. But I'm about ready to get back on.
Yeah?
I
think,
not for any good reason.
It could just be fun.
Well, it could be fun, and you're not wrong. I got on dating apps, like a month-ish ago, just for shits and giggles to kind of get content. But, okay, it was kind of for content, but it was also kind of just like, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll find the love of my life, even though I don't even want that at all.
Oh, girl.
It comes when you least expect it, I feel.
It totally does. And I am still on dating apps, but I don't really have the time right now to get any new dates in because I'm currently dating like 3 guys right now pretty consistently.
Yeah.
And
they each have a day.
Consistently.
That's like every girl's dream, I feel.
I know, it's kind of great. They will never meet.
I know. So awesome.
Yeah, but 2 of them
they're all good. Well, 2 of the 3.
And the third one isn't not good. He's just not long term.
Yeah, I'm speaking like potential
material.
wise.
Yeah. So there's the not long term material guy. Call him Mushy.
Yes.
Because he, he's made it clear. I've made it clear, like, he's just having fun right now. But he's a good time, and he's a lot of fun. You've met him.
Yes. He was a lot of fun.
We love him.
We do.
So there's him. And he's opened me up to, like, a lot of fun sexual experiences, which is, like, amazing. And
I love that for you.
All the things I've ever wanted. And then, let's see. Oh,
I need to get laid more than a whore looking to pay rent, okay? Like,
and I'm like, oh God, I can't even say it.
Karina's like, made up vaginas are gonna fall off.
I know.
I just have like no desire at all.
I want it all the time.
Well, it's because like you always say, you don't use it, you lose it.
I'm serious, and I'm not having sex every day, but I'm having sex enough. But on the days that I don't, I'm like, God damn it, I'm fucking cranky right now.
Yeah.
I'm not getting laid.
Little cranky pants.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Maybe that's why my skin's getting crepey.
You know why? You know how people say that they're like hangry? I'm like...
Horny?
What's like being deprived? I don't know. I get really cranky when I don't get sex that often.
You do.
I do.
Little cranky pants.
That's a thing.
But there's the other 2 also.
Yes. So there's Blast from the Past guy. Ka-chow. We dated, like 2 years ago, I think. And
it was longer than that.
Was it?
Weren't you still in your house?
I was still in my house. Oh my God. Yeah. So it was like 2.5 years ago. It was a while ago. And the time that we dated back then, I was not in a great place. I was very...
You were not Karina full potential.
No. I was super insecure and I would like over text and like get in my head and like do all the things, right? So funny enough, like, I don't even remember like how we ended it. I think it just like ended mutually, kind of. And he was probably like, "You're fucking crazy because you're like double texting," and like I would erase the text. Do you remember that?
I know, but
you remember that?
What's so funny about that?
I would like send a text. I'm like, "This is so fucking stupid." And on iPhones, you can like erase the text, but sometimes they still see it. And he's probably like, "This bitch is cray cray."
I have never gone through a moment of I will text you 27 times and feel no fucking shame.
That's
like
fine. My texts are like,
that you think that it's like this big deal, because to me, I'm just like,
no, because my texts are like, "Why'd you do that?"
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, "Oh, that wasn't cool. Let me delete that really quick."
Texting me?
Why are you texting me back?
It's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, like stupid shit like that. And I'm like, "Oh, that was a bad one, Karina. Let me delete it." And I'm like, "Oh my God, he probably already saw it." And I did that like multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Like so bad, to the point where he was like, "Yeah, I don't think it's going to work."
I've been,
like, cool. I get it.
Of unsending messages, I thought that I have done it like in enough time, or like quick enough, like with my ex-husband actually very recently. I would say something and then I would hurry and unsend it, and he's like, "I saw that." I'm like, "Motherfucker."
That's what I'm saying. I think he saw them all. He was like, "God, stop unsending these, you crazy girl."
Well, now that you guys are like on a totally different page, you're gonna have to ask him.
I will have to ask.
Be like, "Why did it fit? Like, did you think I was fucking crazy?"
Like, he probably did. Well, we had this conversation last Thursday when I saw him, and he was like, "It's like you're a completely different person."
Yeah.
This time around that we're dating. And I was like, "Yeah, like I've done some work and I've come a little bit further, and you know, definitely more confident in that area." But it was funny because I ran across him on the dating apps when I was back on him, like on all of them. And it wasn't until
I remember.
Yeah, it wasn't until Tinder where I was like, "I'm just gonna like him. Let's see if he liked me back." Right?
I remember.
And I was
like, "This is gonna be hilarious."
I know.
And now you're like, "I really like him."
So dumb.
It's not dumb. You guys are both in a good place. He's a good guy. Like, he's great.
He's a great guy.
It's just funny.
I know, it's so funny. That's why I like also like give people a second chance. Maybe you know, you never know what they're going through or what they're experiencing in life, I guess. So
yeah, in certain situations,
feel free. Yes. And then the other guy is, we'll call him Coder.
Yeah,
he does like coding and stuff. He's super smart.
Smarty pants.
Yeah. We have been hanging out since like February-ish.
So healthy.
He is probably like the healthiest dating relationship I've ever been in my life.
I met him.
Insane. I know. And he's amazing, right?
Can we talk about that night for a second?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
So Karina was like, "Hey, this guy I'm dating has tickets to Royal Bliss at the depot." And I was like, "Yes, I have not seen Royal Bliss in like over a decade."
Any young person right now is like, "Who the fuck is Royal Bliss?" And I'm like,
"Oh my God.
You have to be old and you have to have lived in Utah your entire life to know Royal Bliss."
They're awesome.
They are.
So I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Cool, he's bringing a friend." And I was like, cool. We get a couple drinks, and then I'm just like talking to this guy because Karina and the Coder dude are just like in their own world.
I know. I'm so sorry. I felt so bad. He saw me that night, and like I was just, we were enthralled.
You know that I cannot care. I am.
But I'm like, I never want to leave my bestie.
Oh, you are fine. You know, if I had a problem, I would say something.
Yeah.
I was fine. His friend was super cool.
He was.
We'll call him the traveler.
Yes, I like that, actually.
He was super cool. We hit it off.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a really fun night.
It was so fun.
Well, this guy and he's really cute. He's got this awesome mustache. He's super tall. He's got this really cool style.
Yeah.
Great hair, which if you know me, you know I love a great head of hair. And then we go down to the little dance floor thing, and he like comes behind me and wraps his arms around me. And I was like, okay, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turn out, we just start making out.
I know.
Heavily.
Coder guy and I looked over after him and I were making out, and I look over and I'm like, oh my God. I was like so excited that you two were making out. And I was like, look, this is so fun.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
It was such a fun night.
It was such a fun night.
Yeah.
He was really, really sweet, really cute. I gave him my phone number. We ended up going on a date.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. He like, I don't know if I don't know. We got there. I had to like cover 90% of the conversation. He was super, super shy. I was like, what happened to the guy that I met that traveled all over the world? Yeah.
Alcohol was not there at your coffee date.
For real. And I was like,
he could just be shy.
Okay, well, this has been fun. And then I left and I went home, and he wants to take me out again. And I'm like, well, I had told him this because I was off of dating apps at the time when I met him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to date right now.
Yeah.
And
that it just so happened to happen that night.
Right.
Which was crazy.
When it did happen, I was like, this is my moment. Like, so excited.
I was so excited too. I was like, we could date friends.
Oh my gosh, for real. And then I was just like, after going to get a drink with him, I was like, okay, he's kind of boring. And I was really bummed out. The nicest guy. Super cute. He's super nice.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
you make men nervous, though. Let's be honest.
Well,
and maybe that's why he wasn't talking so much. Maybe give it a second date.
But I'm not dating right now. And I don't want to date right now.
Okay.
You want me to because you want us to date. I get that. I get where you're going with this.
It could just be one big happy family of dating.
Yeah. And I he's great. I would love to hang out with him again.
Yeah.
In a group setting.
Yes. We could totally do that.
Totally do that. Anyway, so I met the coder guy. Super awesome, super nice guy.
Yeah.
So into Karina. Like, you can just like see it. And it was so cute.
And I'm really into him.
Yeah, it was really, really cute.
Yeah. And it's been like a slow roll, which is really out of character for me in the past.
Yeah.
Like, usually at this point in dating somebody, it's like, we're exclusive, we're doing the things, and like so not healthy, right?
Well, I mean, it can't be, depending on.
I have not had good what's the word?
Luck.
I have not had good luck with that in the past, so that's why I'm saying this is a really good flow. Like it has been a slow roll. There have been fun dates, different dates every time, and like it has just progressed very nicely.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Listening to like your stories and like the things that you say like about when you guys do hang out or when you're even staying in, like it sounds very healthy.
It is. And I'm like,
okay.
There's something wrong with him. It's going to come out soon.
I mean, honestly, you never know, but like it seems very, very good.
Yeah. No, it is. So
we'll see.
We'll see how it goes. We always say that. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I can't be too happy for myself because then I'll jinx it or self-sabotage it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get
I'm
that.
trying not to. But at the same time, with him, I don't feel like self-sabotaging. I don't feel anxious.
Well, and that's what you were saying, yeah.
Like, it is, like I said, like probably the healthiest dating relationship that I've ever had in my life so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is so funny to me because like he's just so not your type at all.
I know.
Like I remember you showing me his dating profile and it was like super goofy and funny, and I was like, okay, I really love this for you. And then you went out with him and you're like, I like him, and I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, way to go. Getting out of that toxic
dating out of my toxic type. Or my emotionally unavailable type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he is emotionally available.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
And you guys have this like really slow burn that seems to be working really well for you guys. And you guys communicated the last weekend that you guys hung out about where you're at and like how things are going. And so strong line of communication, like all things good. Yeah. All things good.
No, the communication.
All green flags. Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Very green. Bright green.
Bright green. Love that.
Which makes me want to be like,
run away.
No. But I'm not.
Don't do
which is
it.
a good thing.
It is a good thing.
The fact that I'm not running away is a good sign.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's been so long that we've talked about ourselves that like I got on and off of dating apps.
I know.
I went on a date.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Because we all knew it was never going to go anywhere.
Because you're like, I will never date a Mormon guy.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. This guy. Okay, to be fair, when we went on the date, I was under the impression that he was no longer Mormon.
I know. And then when you told me about it after, I was like, oh no, babe. He is still Mormon.
Oh.
Like,
oh, yes.
Fully.
We made that very clear on our date. So we get there. We're hanging out. I get a drink. He gets like water or something. I almost said iced tea.
Diet.
Still no. Yeah. So he's drinking water or whatever. And we're talking and I'm like, are you still active in the church? And he was like, not in this like very second. He's like, but yes, I totally plan to be. I'm like, oh, cool. This is never going to work.
Yeah.
And so we're both at that point, we're like, yep, this is never going to work. This is like 5-10 minutes into the date. So then we start talking about life and about things. And it's going like really, really, really well.
Yeah.
Like really well.
I remember you, like when you called me after, like you said it went so well.
Yeah. So I was like totally taken aback. And I was like, okay.
Maybe.
You know.
Maybe in a world.
maybe. I mean, we'll test the waters and see how things go. He very much liked to talk about future things, which is great. I also do that. But he was like, I want to, like, if I get into a relationship, I want to be married within a year. And I was like, what?
You're like, I need a date for a year,
oh,
actually.
I need to date for like 17 years. Like, I was like,
so
okay,
fast.
well, I don't think I ever want to get married again. Mm-hmm. And so he kind of grilled me about that a little bit. And I was like, hey, different strokes for different folks.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we're just like vibing hard. We go to his car. We talk even more. We make out a little bit. I go home. We had like made plans to spend the weekend together because we're both on like cloud nine. Like this day is going well. It is going well. And then I wake up and I realize, oh, wait. This is never going to work.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be Mormon. He's never going to be not Mormon. Right. So
very different.
Very, very different
points of view.
Yes. So he comes to my house and has a sleepover because he lives
That's right.
very far away.
Yeah.
And he's at my house. We actually meet up with you and
oh yeah,
Mushy guy.
I remember.
Oh my God.
That night was probably really awkward for him because we were talking 100%. About all the things.
All
the naughty, sexy, crazy things. And he was probably like, oh my God, this is so out of my wheelhouse and I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And we are like drinking tequila and the vodka and the things. And I was like, oh, you poor thing. Do you want some water, honey?
At least you could drink.
So anyway, yeah, for real. So then we get back to my place and I think it was actually before we went and hung out with you guys that we were like really talking about stuff because we were like, I was like, so what's your plan? Like, are you planning to stay in the church? Are you doing da da da? I was like, have you ever considered other churches? Yada, yada, yada. And
yeah.
Just, you know, trying to, I'm not being like, you have to, like, I'm just like trying to get a feel for where he's at.
Right.
But then he starts talking about his kids and the way his kids are raised. And I was like, whoa, like it just like blew me out of the water. And so I won't go into details, but I will just tell you that it was completely different from how I raised my kids.
Right.
And I was like,
You're very open with your kids, and it sounds like he is very sheltered.
Yes,
kids.
Totally. Yeah. At that point, I mean, there were so many things that I knew. Like I knew, I just knew it was never going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Period. The end. That was just going to be what it was. So I am telling him this. I'm like, this is not. And he was like, you don't know until you give it a chance. I'm like, I do know. I'm telling you, 100% know. Yeah. That this is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he's staying the night. He lives super far away. So we both know it's not going anywhere. Well, we get up to my bedroom. Can I just tell you? Straight out of a movie.
Love.
Like, pins me against the wall.
Oh.
I'm wondering how much detail I should go. Fuck it. I'm going into it.
Go into it, babe. Because you told me and I was like, God damn.
Like, Karina had the popcorn. Like, it was.
I was like, tell me more. Mm-hmm. Oh. The thing. What? The
thing. The going down on me?
Yeah.
Okay, so he pins me up against the wall.
Oh.
But like
chills.
In a hot way. Like
I love being pinned up against the wall.
But it was like everything about it was perfectly executed. Then he like lifts me up and we're just like making out. And then he puts me back down. Oh, and it was like the whole thing was just like out of a movie. So I'm like, okay, this is fantastic.
You're like, maybe I can reconsider you being more.
Oh my God. Like for a minute, I was like, okay, well, you know,
this could work. Maybe
let's talk about this. But then he like turns me around. He picks me up. He puts me on the bed and then he goes down on me and we had talked about it in the sex myths and the G-spot one.
Yeah.
He did the thing. He did
the hook.
He did. Yeah.
Oh,
there has never been anything like this.
Really?
I was like having an out-of-body experience.
Oh, telling me it's
amazing. And I got off when he went down on me.
And you never have before.
Ever.
You told me, and I was like, wasn't it amazing?
It was
amazing.
It was so amazing.
That's why I love guys that can go down on you, that know what the fuck they're doing, because when they know what the fuck they're doing, it is euphoric. Like, it is amazing. Like, I have chills right now.
He knew all of the things. He knew all of the things. We have sex. He's making eye contact with me. He's like kissing me very passionately. Like we are like in a zone.
Yes.
It was like we had been together for 40 years and we're like in love with each other. It was fucking crazy.
I remember you saying that.
Bonkers fucking crazy. Yeah. So then after we're done the first time, I go into the bathroom and like
self-care.
And he comes up behind me and he hugs me and I turn around and he sets me on the counter and we just start making out. And then he picks me up and then takes me to the bed.
Oh.
And when I tell you that this is an all-night experience, like it was so good.
I love all-night experience.
Oh, probably like top 3 best sexual experiences I've ever had.
Really?
So good.
Wow.
But then he left the next day and I was like, nope.
Classic Chan.
Yeah. Not only did I never want to have sex with him again, but like I was very, 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 very upfront with him about like, this is not going to work.
I know.
I don't think we should hang out. Like, you're clearly going to get feelings from me because of the things that he was telling me. Like, it was very, very clear that he was going to be getting feelings.
Yeah.
Or getting feelings.
Already had.
Yeah. And so I was like, I don't want to drag this on. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do the things. I appreciate your time. Super cool guy. Really liked him. Definitely not going to work.
Yeah.
That was my sexual experience and my only dating experience. Then I got back off dating apps. Ta-da!
Oh, man.
Good times were had.
I love that for you, though.
I know.
When you called me the next day, I was like, tell me everything.
Oh, for real.
I love that. This is what Shannon and I do. Whenever we're on a date, even if it's a date with like the same person, we will check in with each other in the morning. And be like, tell me everything. I'm like, he did this, he did that, he did this. It was great. Da, da, da.
Yeah. We download all the things.
Download all the things.
And then we download it to you. So there you go.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We have no filter, shame, anything.
No. Honestly, like, to me, it's sex. Like, sex is... I mean, no one will ever know who this person is. One, he lives in bum fucking Egypt.
Yeah.
And two, like, this is my life. This is my story. I can say whatever the fuck I want about it.
No, you totally can.
Yeah. And people should just feel comfortable in their sexual experiences, I feel.
I think talking about sex openly is like, it's freeing and
it is
invigorating and it's, what's the other word? Liberating.
Oh, it is totally liberating for sure. I totally agree with that. Yeah. I've always, it's funny because I can't remember a time in my life since I've become sexually active that I wasn't open about my sex life.
Oh, I can. I
know.
Yeah, I felt a lot of shame around it in my younger years. I think as I got older, not so much. And then definitely being single, like the past, I always want to say 3 years, but I base it off of my youngest.
Yeah.
Right. And she's 4.
Yeah.
4.5. No. Yeah, almost 4.5. So
getting close.
4.5, almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Where, yeah. And it's just like, it's crazy because I feel like I'll have one experience and I'm like, oh, this is it. Like, this is all the experience that I'm going to have. And then I'll have another one and I'm like, oh, no, this is it.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting better and better. And I feel like if you're more open and honest and not judgmental with yourself and with others, it can just be a beautiful, fun experience to go through.
Totally.
And as long as you communicate and as long as like whoever you're doing things with or whoever your partner is like on the same page and you guys communicate, like it is just so fun.
It is so fun.
It's
for sure.
So fun.
And something I feel that I should add is that it would, like, this experience with this Mormon guy was just a life preference for me. Like, he was so amazing. There was nothing about him. It was just that I knew our lives wouldn't align. It would be like if someone was a hunter and they were trying to date a vegan. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, it's just that our lifestyles were not going to align.
Totally. I think if things were a little bit different, your personalities and the vibe probably would have matched up.
Yeah.
But that's not how it always goes. Like,
no, and I wasn't going to change him, and he didn't want to change me, and that was fantastic.
Well, and that's dating, right? Like, we date to figure out who we are compatible with and who is compatible with us, and not everyone is going to match everyone's energy. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
And that's the whole point of freaking dating.
It's true.
Like, not everyone is going to like me. I'm not going to like everyone. You're not going to like everyone. Like, it
just is.
Stop getting your feelings hurt.
I know.
People.
Just be transparent too. I mean, honestly, that's like all we can ask for is communication and transparency.
I do think it's just kind of funny that you did go on a date with a Mormon guy.
Well, to be fair, I would not have gone had I known he was still active.
Yeah. No, I know.
Honestly, though,
I think
I'm surprised I even went.
I am very surprised too.
Even thinking that he was whatever
like recently. Yeah.
We just led totally different lifestyles, and I just knew that it was never going to go anywhere. And even if we did attempt to try, I just knew that, like, even if we did it, let's just say hypothetically, we did end up together, and then we move in together, and then our kids are being raised together. There's no fucking way. I have gone through that. I have gone through different parenting styles in the past. Like, there is no goddamn way it was going to work.
Yeah.
At the end.
Well, not only that, but with like a bunch of other things too.
Oh, yeah. But that's just one thing. And that's all I need to know.
He was talking like very
LDS.
Yeah. Very LDS. It's like, oh, you want to be married in a year? That's insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
But in that culture and that lifestyle, it's not insane for them. And it's just so foreign to people who aren't LDS.
I know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, different strokes for different folks.
No,
I'm not bagging on anybody. You can get married after 2 weeks and be the happiest you've ever been. I cannot care.
Yeah.
I just know it's not right for me.
You never know.
You never know. I can tell you right now why you and I will probably never find someone.
because we love each other so much.
We do love each other so much.
You were my platonic significant other.
Oh, yeah. It was on a weekend, and we were sitting at your house, and we were watching a show, a rom-com.
Yeah. Which one was
it? I cannot know. Super cute.
It was cute.
You were all sorts of emotional and crying, and I was like, oh, cute little dove. And I wrote in my notes, we're never going to find love because we consistently reject the men that want to love us and end up sitting at home watching rom-coms, holding hands during the lovey-dovey parts.
And crying.
Well, me laughing while you're crying.
Being like, why can't we find this while we're at home with each other? Not out trying to find somebody.
Oh, I know. We're just sitting at home in our pajamas wondering why we can't find love. Okay, but not you, because you're actively dating, and I'm like, I want my soulmate to be to my house.
I am, but at the same time, like there are days. There's this guy that I know. He's super cute, super young, has a really cute girlfriend. But he'll always ask me, he's like, what are you doing this weekend, Karina? And I was like, oh, and he's like, well, do you have your kids or do you not have your kids? And I was like, I don't have my kids. He's like, ooh, I can't wait to hear the stories after your weekend without kids. And I was like, yeah.
Cool.
He's like, you always have really fun stories after your weekend without kids. And he's like, and I ask you about stories or like how your weekend was after your kids. And he's basically like, you live kind of like two different lives.
Oh, for sure.
Like when you're a mom, you're a mom. I was like, definitely, absolutely, 100%. Like when I have my kids, we will do the kid things. We'll do the crafts. We'll do the hiking. Like summertime, we are camping. We're at the pool, all the things. But on the weekends that I don't have my kids, I pack it in.
Yes,
like
you do.
I have a date.
Listening to you talk about it, I have said this 1,000 times. It makes me want to take a nap.
Every single night I have a plan. However, this past weekend, Easter weekend.
Oh my God.
You were out of town.
I was out of town.
And I didn't know what to do with my hands.
Oh, I know.
And it was so weird. And I actually
took a nap.
Haley, I took a nap.
Yes.
Fucking took a nap.
You did.
Like an all-day nap, kind of.
And I called you. I think it was Sunday. I called you.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, there's so many things I should be doing, and I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking right, babe.
And it felt so weird. And I felt so guilty. And I felt like I need to get my ass up off of this fucking couch and stop watching White Lotus and actually do something. But that's my problem, right? And that's why what Haley was saying is like, you pack so much into your life, like daily, whether it's with your kids.
You don't like being alone, my little love.
I don't like being alone with my thoughts.
I know.
But
how was it? It was not that bad.
No, it was great. I was happy that I did it. And I was telling somebody, I can't remember who I was telling. I was like, the last time that happened was maybe 2 years ago. And another 2 years, I'll probably do it again.
Oh my gosh, Karina.
That was enough. That was my...
And then there was me. I had a kid night off yesterday. Well, for a couple of hours, I had a kid night off. And I went home and I slept. I got off of work and I went home and I fucking slept. And it was fantastic.
I text you and you didn't answer me right away. And I was like, she's probably sleeping.
Oh my God, that's me. I'm the nap queen. If I ever get into a relationship and my boyfriend tries to text me or call me and I don't answer, don't worry, honey. I am not out with someone else. I am sleeping.
Oh, I've had some of your ex-boyfriends text me and be like, is Shan okay? I'm like, she's probably sleeping.
And my ex-husband.
Just leave her alone. Yeah. Like, don't you know her by now? She's fine.
You leave her alone.
I have her location. She's at home. She's probably sleeping.
Which is so funny because I give you my location and I never give my ex-boyfriend's location.
I have her location.
Oh my God, always.
Like, why are you at Taco Bell? You want to pick something up?
Oh, for sure. And I'm so reckless with my life when I have like no stranger danger. So you have to have my location for when I'm like actually dating.
I do. Because when you were fully into dating, I was like so worried some of the times. I was like, she hasn't left yet. What was that one night where you went out on a date with a guy and then I was looking at your location because you hadn't called me after to download and it had been a little bit and I looked and you were
with Houdini.
No.
It wasn't?
No, it was with it was a while ago.
Oh.
He doesn't even have a nickname. Yeah. And I called you like and 2 times in a row because I saw that you had left whatever bar that you were at and then you were at like some residential area and I was like, she's being murdered right now. And I called you and you didn't answer and I called you again and you just answered me laughing. You're like, I know why you're calling right now. I'm like, are you fucking okay?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, he just wanted to take me back to his house and show me. I was like, Shan, oh my God. Like, hey, don't do that anymore to me to go. I was like, okay, just want to make sure that you're safe. You're like, okay. And then you finally called me after.
And he was quite a bit older than me. He was like late 50s, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was older. He was good looking. He showed me a picture.
He was super good looking.
But
and
I was tracking your location that night and I was like, this bitch is at a residential house right now and she's being murdered.
And I know it.
Shan has no stranger danger where I have all this.
Oh my God.
Danger.
Okay. And I was just going to say, Karina's like throwing her slippers on, putting her hair in a ponytail. But God, no, this is Karina that we're talking about. She's putting on a fucking dress and she's putting on her high heels and doing her hair. And then she's going to come and find me. What if there are hot cops there? We don't know.
Listen, in that type of situation, I would come in my PJs for you because I love you that much.
Oh my God. Well, I would hope that you would get dressed up if I did get murdered because there could be some very hot cops there. You never know.
And I would take your phone immediately and be like,
oh my God.
No one can see our conversation.
And then drop it in the fucking ocean.
No, I download everything to my phone.
Yes.
Because there's so much good content on there. And then I'd be like, okay, now you can have it.
Yeah. No, they'd be like, where's her phone? I'd be like, I don't know. You turn off all the location and fucking everything. Take the SIM card. I don't even know if clowns have SIM cards anymore.
I don't think they do.
Oh.
Well, some of them.
They come to your house. They're like, we know you have it. We have tracked it here. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're fucking crazy.
Are you fucking crazy?
Gaslighting you right now. Oh my God. Do you remember that night that we were playing Rummy with Logan?
Yes.
What were we doing?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're playing Rummy with my 17-year-old.
We were in a Rummy phase at this point. We were playing Rummy for like hours every single night.
Every single night. We were unfucking well. We were playing Rummy like our lives depend.
We're old ladies.
We went live on TikTok one night and we were playing Rummy.
A few nights we were drunk. We're like, let's go live. This is such a good idea. Watch us play Rummy.
Yeah.
Dum-dums.
We're so fucking cool. People want to watch us play Rummy.
This is when we were dabbling with the idea of a podcast. We haven't done it yet.
We're so cool.
So funny.
I know. Okay, so we're playing Rummy and we're telling Logan, we're like, okay, we need to go clockwise. And he's like, I'm going clockwise. And Karina and I both are like, no, we're not. And he's like, yes, I am. And we were like, no, you need to go the other way. And he was like, am I being gaslit right now? And then we realized that we were so fucking wrong and that he was right.
We're like, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, but it was so funny. Am I being gaslit right now? We were like, no.
He's so fucking cute.
Oh, he's the best.
Love him.
Oh my God, I know I love him too. Oh my God, speaking of Logan and how much we love him, can we talk about the night you were sad? I swear to God, it all ties into each other. Okay. Karina came over to my house one night and she was super sad. And like, I don't know what to do when people are sad. I don't know what to do. So like 2 hours into her being sad, I am like talking her ear off because like I don't know how to react.
We were trying to watch a show and she just kept talking.
Yeah, and Karina's like
over at her at one point and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Karina's like super into this show. And I was like, should I turn the fireplace on? Do you want a blanket? Can I get you another beer? Do you want, what else did I say? I was like, can I make you some food? Like, and then we talked about it when she left and I was like, and one of us brought it up, and I was like, I am so sorry. Like, I didn't know what to do. And I was trying to give you like my fridge and the cat.
It was
like
before I left.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was before I left.
It was because we talked about it, because you're like, why are you being so fucking weird?
I know. I was like, you're being fucking weird right now. And you're like, well, you're sad and I have no idea how to help you. I was like,
oh my God.
Just you being here and being in my presence and like letting me come over is fine. And you're like, okay, well, do you need something? I was like, no, I don't
calm
need
the
anything.
fuck down, lady. I am the definition of that meme that is like the girl that's like sitting by the toilet and the other girl has like the broom and she's like patting her on the shoulder with the broomstick. And it's like, there. Like, I don't know what to do. I cuddled up to her at one point and was like, and she was like, what the fuck is happening?
You laid on me. I did. And I was like, this is odd.
Oh, the whole thing was so off key. So I was like, we were being funny toward the end, and I was like, here's my refrigerator and like my candle, and like, do you want Logan? You can take Logan for a few hours. Like, he's awesome.
You just kept putting things in your lap.
Oh my God, I know. I like had her piled up with a bunch of random shit because I was like, I don't know how to make you feel better.
I was laughing hysterically. Well, because you're like, you always check in with me if I'm sad, and you always know what to say or blah, blah, like whatever.
100%.
And you're like, I have no idea what to do with you when you're sad, because I do. I shut down completely.
You do.
And I don't talk, but after we figured it out and I talked to you about it, I was like, I just need you to be next to me, and like, I'm fine. Yeah. Like, I don't need you to do anything.
I remember I like kept peeping at you like out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck do I do? Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm probably making it worse because she's probably feeding off of my energy.
I was just so like, what? We were watching Farmer Wants a Wife, and I had to keep pausing it because you kept talking. And I was like,
you were so annoyed. You're like, what the fuck do you want?
I was like, you're talking about nothing right now. Like, you were talking in circles around nothing. And I was like, oh, she's off her rocker right now.
It totally reminded me. I even told you this that night. It reminded me of the date that you went on where someone was like, kept asking you questions about this one specific thing and you kept getting irritated. And I remember thinking that as I was like asking you random stupid fucking questions about nothing. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with me?
It was so funny.
I did not know what to do, but I just want you to know I fucking did my best.
Babe. Like I told you that night, and I will tell you again, the way I process things, like I'll tell you what I need, but the way that I like process being sad or like being in my head or in my feelings or whatever is like, I just need my safe person, you, to just be like sitting next to me and like having your energy, and then it's good. Like, I don't need anything more than that.
Well, hey, I can do that for you anytime.
Thanks, babe.
There was a time like a couple of weeks ago that you came to my house and we were sitting on the couch watching a TV. I fucking took a nap. I was like, good night.
You did.
I passed right on out.
It's like, okay, I'm going to go now.
Yeah, that's a whole other level of comfort. Like, we don't even talk. Like last night, no, the night before.
Yeah.
We were sitting on the couch and we're both just scrolling on our phones, like doing nothing. And she was like, do you want to watch a show? I'm like, oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Good times. That's what I love about our friendship. And I think a lot of women have, I hope a lot of women have that friendship.
Yeah.
And I watched this video the other day. Oh, what? Do you remember the Disney show Agatha?
Yeah.
What is the actress's name?
She's the one from like Hot Moms or no.
Step Brothers. She's like the wife who's like, get in my vagina and I'll keep
I want to roll you into a ball. And
I don't know her name. But I saw this video where she was like, more women need women friends who aren't family.
Totally.
Because there are no expectations. You can be vulnerable and open and honest with them.
Who you are.
Yeah. And like, you can grow old together and you can go through these experiences where you're not afraid because you have this woman friend in your life who like you can lean on or just like feel brave with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and it's crazy because we say all the time that like we're just delulu as hell with each other because we are.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to like the nitty gritty, like if I knew something wasn't good for you, I would call you out on it.
And you have.
And vice versa.
Yeah. And I have.
But for the most part, we are fucking delulu.
Only when it's really, really bad.
Yeah. And we just have each other's backs. And like we have said it time and time and time and time again. Like every single person should have that one best friend who they can turn to.
Yeah.
Men and women. Women are more bonded with their female friends than men are. Men are just different. We're just all built differently.
Yeah.
But we need that person that we feel so comfortable talking to. We can tell them our shit that we don't feel comfortable talking to anybody else about, or like the stuff that we're embarrassed about that we just need to get out. Like,
yeah. Or it gets in your head and you go crazy. Like,
yeah. I mean, we had a phone call yesterday where you were telling me something that was just like making you just like this person. And I was like, baby, you're good. Everything is fine. Everything.
I know. I just had to get it out.
Yeah. That's all it was.
I can literally talk to you about anything. Like some of the topics that we have had conversations about.
Oh, we have talked about some things.
Yeah. Like,
you think this podcast is bad? This ain't nothing.
No. It is not. But yeah, ladies, men, get yourself
a person. And I'm sorry, but I really don't think that it works with male-female relationships.
Oh, no. No. Unless
I have a couple of really close male friends, and it's just not the same.
No. Well, because like you said, like men and women are built differently, whether they're gay or straight. Like,
yeah. It's just in your DNA.
Yeah. It's in your DNA.
It's in your genetics and just the way that we're built. I love my guy friends, but I have a totally different relationship with them. Even the two that I've been friends with for like over 20 years. But we have a very funny, very sarcastic, I know I could turn to them if I needed anything ever.
Yeah.
But we have just a very lighthearted, very funny, very whatever relationship. Yeah. We're going to wrap this baby up like a pretty little package and send it off to the world. If you want to keep the conversation going, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the streaming platforms where you find your podcasts. Just look for Not So Secret Lives podcast. I can't fucking know. I hate this part of the show every goddamn time. I just need to do one recording and just add it into all of them.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
For real. But we're so thankful to everybody that reaches out to us. We've been getting a lot of traffic lately, and we absolutely love that. So thank you so much for commenting, giving us ratings, all of the things. We love it. If there's something specific you would like to hear us talk about, let us know. If there's a specific kind of guest that you would like to have us on, or like for us to have on, let us know. Reach out to us. And we're coming up on episode 20, so I'm really excited about it.
Woo, 20.
Fucking crazy bonkers.
I know.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, Karina?
I don't think so. I just love you so much, Shan.
I love you too, babe. Ba-ba-da-da.
Woo.
Woo. Party time. Excellent.
Hey, to whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds can stack back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand firm. Sit and watch from the sidelines, one too many times, we get games to play, make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude, knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need